Hi guys, it's Lawrence again, and it's coming out with another video. It's been a while since I made a video, and I mentioned that in the last one. And excuse the last video, I thought the camera was on, but I was getting in such a flow, I didn't want to change anything, so I just let it run. So this time you get to see me. But what I wanted to point out was the reason why I wasn't online, you didn't see any videos, was because I got caught up in what's called one-itis. You'll notice it here. Let me change it. It's called one-itis. And guys in social circles are familiar with this. In social terms, it's when you're caught up with, you're just so entranced with one person, like, a girl or a guy, regardless of whether they like you or not, and you think they're the one, and they could have turned you down for years or months, but you just get so caught up and so enamored that you can't think of anything else. In With the business aspect, uh, you can have the same problem. It's basically a delusion of thinking that all your answers or all your financial woes can be solved by one company. Uh, Let me just point this out: you can't control what happens in a company, especially if you're not the owner. You can have faith in the owners, you can have faith in the product or service that they provide, which is fine. There's a lot of companies out there that I like. However, I don't know what's going on in the back office. I don't know what's going on in the inner workings. You don't know if the government's going to come down on them for tax issues or criminal issues or anything. So, uh, unless it's your own company and you're the best judge as far as your character, as far as how you run your company, you don't want to get caught up where you only have one stream of income. Even with a job situation, just to let you know, to give you a little background, um, just 3 years ago, I was working for a local company here in Houston, Texas, by the name of Tax Masters. You may have seen the commercials on TV with the guy with the red hair. And I was making some really good money. I mean, I didn't start off because it was a commission job, but I was able to build up a bit of a pipeline, and it got to the point where I was making, five figures a month. You know, I got complacent with that. I got used to it, and I thought that things were going to continue going on as they were. However, I didn't know that they had lawsuits that came in and basically uh, with different states and resulting in the BBB even coming down even further as far as their rating, which they never had a good rating in that regard in the first place. But to make a long story short, my income from five figures went down to three figures within a few months. And I was thinking I was going to be there for years. So you don't want to get diluted in the job market either. And most of you guys are going to be online anyway, so you're probably already lost your the ether is probably already worn out as far as thinking you're going to make it out there, in the with a job or with a career in corporate America. So, but even online, you want to have multiple streams of income. You don't want to rely just on one company. The best way to do that, and I'm just going to go ahead and type it here, is, ooh, excuse me, technical difficulty, is build a list. If you build a list and you nurture that list, you communicate with that list, you're communicating, telling your story, uh, and the people that stay on board. And I'm talking about doing it every day. That's basically a list you can take with you anywhere. You can take it with you whether you live in the U.S., Australia, UK, South America, South Africa, anywhere. Because obviously we're worldwide now, online. You can take that list anywhere and they'll follow you. If you take care of them, don't mislead them, don't put them into programs that are just for your self-serving interest. That you're actually looking out for their success. You take that list anywhere, and typically the list will yield you anywhere from $1 to $4 a month in income. So if you have 1,000 person list, you can pretty much estimate that your income is going to be anywhere from 1,000 to 4,000 a month. Uh, Conversely, obviously, if you have a 10,000 person list, you're looking at 10,000 to $40,000 a month, maybe even more if you take care of your people. If you have a list that you've worked and you were able to weed out the ones who, that are not going to do anything, the ones that really don't connect with your core, the ones that don't share your interests and your values. Obviously you probably can get, probably would realize, a bigger monthly income as a result of, you know, putting those people on the right path, getting them into programs that actually make money for them, not just for yourself. But, the problem that I had is I was with a company and I was making good money. I'm still with them actually, and I'm still making money with them. However, I was assuming that I was going to continue on at the same rate that it was initially. And they really, really slowed down in January. Now, I'm not going to mention any names. You probably can use your imagination and guess who it was. But that really hampered a lot of things because at this point, I mean, right now it's the end of February. I was planning on, taking a vacation once a month. With me and my daughter just doing a road trip, visiting different cities, and uh, visiting all the different restaurants you see on Travel Channel, things of that nature. But I had to kind of scale things back or slow things up because the money wasn't coming this at the same rate that it was previously. So now I'm having to take more of an active role in ensuring, our financial future by building a bigger list and taking care of that list. So, I mean, I have other videos. On the previous video, I mentioned that I joined Viral Success Network. I think that Desmond Smith is great. Crystal Taylor, Jermaine Steele, all those guys are great. Kimberly Tilly. I'm starting to become acquainted with Angelo, watching videos, and he seems like a real genuine person as well. But what I'm going to do is kind of chronicle my experience. I'm going to show you how I'm building up my list, show you how if you take care of it. And I do have people in the other business that I brought on board too, and I try to take care of them as well. But I just want you to kind of see exactly what you can do to generate income and not have to be tied down to any particular company and worry about things stopping. So I just wanted to make that point. I hope things go well for you. Please follow. I want you to actually set a roadmap. You can follow my footsteps on a line of success. So keep watching the videos. Go ahead and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook. If you want to message me about the companies, I'll probably include a link for VSN underneath here if you want to take a look for yourself. But just wanted to cut this quick video, and I will see you next time.